Thank you so much, Wally. And yes, we are out at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse. Myself, Wade Bates, Justin the Ninja Wilski, and Sierra Kuhn out here. And we are joined today by Laura Boss, Sherry Hoekstra, and Steve Hoekstra. How are all three of you today?
We're doing good.
Good.
Awesome. And tell us what's going on here at Hoekstra's this month.
Well, for this weekend, for sure, we got our Mother's Day celebration. So we got the kids can come out on Saturday and plant a flower for their moms for free. The greenhouses are bursting with color. We got lots of gift ideas for your mom and baskets or plants. And we also have gift cards available if you just don't know what she wants.
All right, Steve, have to Wally back at the station. Please take the Comrex out of audition, Wally, and hopefully we do that all right. We should be okay. Steve, welcome back to Hoekstra's here this morning. Let's go back over that again. Tell us what's going on at Hoekstra's for Mother's Day.
All right, perfect. So the greenhouses are bursting with color. So we got any gift that you might need for your mom, from hanging baskets or pots. We got our celebration on Saturday where the kids can come and plant a flower for their mom for free. We got a tent set up, so the kids can do that while their parents are shopping. And yeah, just a lot of fun things going on.
Tell us again where Hoekstra's is located, and then we're going to get into some history because we made history this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff going on at Hoekstra's.
Right. So we are about a mile to the west of Fox Lake on Highway 33 to A. I know 33 is under construction, but they are giving access to get here, so you can use that or a few alternative routes. But yeah.
And it's one of the things, too, there are signs, and when I pulled into Fox Lake off of 33, all the signs, open to Hoekstra's, open to Hoekstra's. You guys must have some special pull that have signs every 10 feet.
I don't know if we got special pull, but we definitely want people to know that they can get here.
No, I love it there. And Ashley, this is like one of the biggest weekends of the year for you at Hoekstra's, isn't it?
It is.
And so explain why you love it. So, well, it was one of the reasons we love it so much is because Mom's sitting here, right? The best mother in the world.
I love this weekend because I get to see all my little people, and all my little people come on Saturday, and all the smiling faces it just warms my heart. A lot of them call me Grandma Sherry, actually.
Grandma Sherry, and we'll talk a little bit more. But now you're no longer technically in charge here anymore. Is that correct?
I used to be the queen bee,
Yes.
but not no more.
And so tell us how the transition happened and the two fine people we've talked. Have we talked to the boss before on the air? Have you been on the air before?
Never been on the air before.
You've always been in the background. Steve's always hogged the microphone, right?
Or been forced to it. I'm not sure which
Is that
one.
what it is? Well, Sherry, explain the transition and when you decided to, I'm going to put retired in quotes.
Well, it was probably a year ago. Glenn and I started thinking that, our bodies are starting to get older, and the next generation and the next look like they're in the right spot now to take over. And it was pretty easy, actually. We just had some papers drawn up, and as of January 1, the business belongs to Laura and Steve, and hopefully their children coming up.
Now, Laura and Steve, did you both grow up like working at Hoekstra's and just been a part of it the whole time?
Yeah, so I've been part of it my whole life. Since I could walk, pretty much we've been part of it. But yeah, it's been something I've always done. I've never been in I've always been part of it, but I've never been in the ordering of the flowers and the watering and fertilizing. Like, all that stuff's kind of new to me this year. But the great part is Dad's here and he can walk me through it and guide me through it, and it's been a good transition.
Laura, how's it been for you? What has your role been here in all these years?
Well, the last 6 years or 7 years, I would say I was here more often during the springtime. And otherwise, I was a nurse. I still am a nurse, but I just really like when people come and they buy their flowers here, and we can help them pick out their gifts or their flowers for their garden and their baskets. So,
Ashley, have you been able to walk the campus here yet?
Just a tad bit. Just a little bit back there.
Isn't it unbelievable, the amount
It's so pretty.
the amount of flowers, the amount of just this decorative items? It's amazing. Do you have any idea how many items we have on site here?
Between hanging baskets and deco pots, it's probably close to 8,000.
Unbelievable. Can you name? Do you know where all 8,000 of them are?
They're all hanging in the greenhouses, Wade.
Which is unbelievable when you walk through because there's so many. You take pride in having a wide variety of something that can fit anybody's needs and tastes here at Hoekstra's.
Yeah, and that's the fun about being retired. Now, I don't have to worry about that end. I can help people fill their carts. I mean, it's amazing.
You get to
Now,
shop
we got to go back a minute
Yes.
to when Laura started.
Okay.
Okay, we just started out with a little truck at the end of, or a little stand at the end of the road. She actually was a baby. So she was in a playpen in the corner. And I told her, you cannot walk until we're finished here. She learned to walk and scream the same day, and that was right after we were done.
And do you remember those days?
I don't remember them, but I do remember working in the roadside stand, and I've worked here pretty much my whole life, just going to markets and working out here, and once in a while in the fields.
Customers still say something about, was that little girl that was in the playpen?
And when we talk about this, maybe we'll start about the talk of Hoekstra's and the roadside stand and how that blossomed into what we have here. But since we're at the top, Friday and Saturday, big events going on. Obviously, Saturday's like the Super Bowl at Hoekstra's. What do people need to know about what's going on tomorrow and Saturday?
So Friday and Saturday this weekend, Friday we'll have door prizes and refreshments for you. And we'll have lots of staff here to help you pick out the best gift for Mother's Day. And, you could get her just a bouquet from someplace, but you can get her a basket that will last the whole summer if she waters it and takes care of it.
Well, we got to step aside for a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be hearing more about the Mother's Day.
We'll do that at Hoekstra's on Saturday because there's so much to talk about what happens Saturdays. It's an opportunity for people and dads, grandpas to come out and make sure grandma and mom are taken care of at Hoekstra's because it's a
Bring
number of
those
places to do.
kids.
This is Hometown Today, Ashley.
Yep, on 95.3 WBEV. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are out at Hoekstra's Market on County Road A. We are joined by Steve and Sherry Hoekstra and Laura Boss, and we're talking about the history of Hoekstra's. It all started with a vegetable stand on the side of the road. Can you talk about how it evolved and how it all got started?
Well, it started probably 43, 44 years ago when we wanted to send our daughter to Christian school. And either I had to go get a job or I had to do something. So we put a little truck by the road and we started selling sweet corn. And we had a little box sitting there, milk can, where they could put their money in. And it just seemed like it was people were starting to just not be quite as honest. So we put up a stand and we decided to put more vegetables in it. And it just started from that. And then we wanted to grow our own vegetable plants. So we put up a greenhouse that, in case it flopped, Glenn could make it into a machine shed.
It's a wood frame structure.
Okay.
And so he did that. We did that. And we put our tomato plants and everything on there. And then one day I looked in the rafters and I thought, whoa, that's kind of a wasted space. But I never grow flowers. I don't know if I can grow flowers. So I tried it, put some baskets up there, and oh man, that was fun. Yeah. And then we put up another house and another house and another house, and it just went crazy.
So what was the time frame from the first initial rolling out the cart to when you like said, let's say greenhouse number 2, if you will, because they put the first one up, you said you weren't sure. When did you decide, hey, this is working, we're putting another one up?
It actually kind of went really quick. First we started with that wood frame structure we were talking about, then we did number 2, and then we did number 3 the year after that, and then we added on to number 2, and then we went 4 or 5. It went really quick. Our biggest addition was this building and the one behind here. That was in 2004. And since then, about 4 years ago, we put up a 72 by 100 greenhouse and a tomato house to grow tomatoes in, which are just about ready to start showing a little bit of color in there.
Was the farm stand right here as well? So it's always been the same?
It used to be right next to the road, a lot closer to the road and closer to the house drive. This was actually field here where we're sitting right now.
This was my garden where we're sitting.
Okay, right?
So you had the garden when you decided you were going to start selling corn. You were growing corn. Did you start growing corn thinking we got to start selling some stuff so they can, get a little religion in their life?
So the corn was actually my grandpa's operation.
Okay.
And which is now myself and my brother-in-law run that. But yeah, so that's kind of how it started, and then Mom started growing the veggies alongside of it, and the rest is history. Here we are.
You got the potted plants that show up, and then more and more and more.
Yeah.
And now, literally, there are so many different potted plants or hanging plants, whatever you're looking for. Ashley, you should have your boyfriend out here, honestly. You should be bringing you stuff every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Yeah. Well, I'll let him know.
When did you start getting into the other items that we'll talk about later on too? Because you also got some great different like sculptures and things like that. When did you decide to expand even farther?
Right around that 2004-5 mark is when we started getting into the more of the stuff to sell with the flowers, right? Like the statuary. We met a really great company called Wilson's Creations out of Ohio at a veggie show we were at, and so they bring us 1, sometimes 2 loads a year from there. Yeah, just kind of evolved from there.
It is, and it's just a wide variety of different types of things you have here. You can literally go shopping for everybody here.
There is something for everybody.
When it comes to especially if you're looking for something in your yard, not only the flowers to color it up, but the birdhouse. You have such unique birdhouses here.
Yeah, so there's a guy. He's actually the mayor of Fox Lake. He does that in the off season, and that's kind of his hobby. And Mayor Tom, so he brings it out here and we sell it for him.
When is expansion done? Do you feel like you've reached your limit? Are you always
I am done, Wade.
Well, yeah, that's because you're retired. I haven't really brought a lot of this up to Laura yet, but
let's do it on the air. Let's make a deal right now.
I have ideas. I'm just not ready to put them out there yet.
What? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask about the hanging baskets. They all look very well weaved. Where do those come from?
That just comes from a supplier, and then we have a lot of different places we get it from, and then we just make the creations that go in them.
When you add a greenhouse, that literally, do you look at, are the sizes all the same when you have them now, or is it like different sizes for whatever you're thinking you want to use them for?
Every greenhouse is, a little bit different.
Sure. We're at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse here on County Road A. Go through Fox Lake. It is open. I drove through it today. They have one of my dreams in life was to be the stop slow person in a construction thing all day long. Just keep turning it left and right. I mean, to me, it's the greatest job in the world. But I got through pretty quick. You can get out here and just take the right at A, and Hoekstra's is here, and it's not really much of an inconvenience, and it's well worth the drive, isn't it?
Right. So, yeah, so 33 is going to be, it says road closed. They are allowing access to us. One lane is always open, so you can easily come through there or find an alternative route. We have them posted on Facebook if you don't want to deal with the construction on our Facebook page. But, yeah, easy to get here.
And then you guys are open on Mondays through Saturdays, but closed on Sundays, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Mondays through Fridays is 9 to 6. Saturdays at 9 to 5.
Yep.
So plenty of time here. What time do you guys get here in the morning?
2 minutes before. No, I'm joking.
8:58.
Sometimes I feel like I don't ever leave, Wade. It's kind of a loaded question.
No, because it's a case here. There's always something to do, right?
There's always something to do.
And we're here because it's going to be the big Mother's Day weekend celebration tomorrow and Saturday. And after the break, we're going to really dive in. This is Sherry's baby. It is your baby, isn't it, when it comes to Mother's Day and making families happy? Because sometimes us guys are not. I'm not going to lie. We don't know what to do on Mother's Day to make sure everybody's happy, and you do.
I do. And I just had a gentleman here yesterday, and he looked around and he goes, my wife gave me a list, and I have no idea. But he said, she's in a wheelchair, but I see you've got a lot of cement here. He said, do you think I could bring her? And I said, absolutely. And she was in almost every greenhouse, and it was such an enjoyable afternoon.
All right, well, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk more about Hoekstra's and everything you got going on this weekend. That's next on Hometown Today.
It is 9:36 as we are broadcasting live from Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse on County Road A. Just head through Fox Lake. It is open to get to Hoekstra's and turn right on A, and you'll find us here because it's going to be a huge couple of days at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse with their big Mother's Day activities going on. Rachel Hoffman is back, and Laura Boss also slides over another chair. Thanks for joining us here this morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Laura, thank you as well.
Yep, you're welcome. Thanks for being here.
We talked a little bit about Friday, but Saturday.
Saturday is the big day.
It is for Mother's Day. Can you give us the thumbnail sketch before we dive deeper in what's going on?
Yes. So, kids, this is for you. You come to Hoekstra's on Saturday, and you can plant a flower for your mom, and it's free. And they love digging in the dirt, picking out the flowers for their moms, decorating their pots, and there'll be lots of people, lots of kids in there to help them do that while the parents shop.
How many years have you guys been doing the Mother's Day Saturday promotion?
Oh, man.
Is that a Sherry
As
long
question?
as I can
Well,
remember.
I've been working here for 21 years, and I remember, like, it always was. So for at least 20 years.
And it turns into one of those things where, again, we talked about a guy like me who's kind of a dullard when it comes to getting things, ready for Mother's Day because you need to take care of Mom. And whether you get that or your grandma, you have people here to help you, not only with the flowers, with the kids and that's a cool thing, isn't it? We always talk to Sherry about it. Kids getting to make something for their mom. It has a little bit extra special, doesn't it?
Yeah, they get to decorate their pot, too. We have cool stickers they can use, markers. They decorate however they want, and then they get to pick out their own flower to plant. So it's not just us throwing flowers at them. They get to pick it out.
So they have they have a huge. Talk about the area that you have a lot of flowers for the kids to pick from.
Yeah, we get some carts that we use for farmers markets. We have hundreds of flowers for them to pick from, and yeah, there's everything to choose from, all different colors.
We have a big tent in the parking lot.
Yep.
That's where they can all head to. And otherwise, the parents, we have 30,000 square feet of greenhouses that we have just thousands and thousands of hanging baskets and pots and anything you can think of for Mom.
Ashley, what do you have?
Ashley's got something here.
A tomato. Me and Sherry just went walking around the greenhouses, and she took me to the tomato field, whatever.
Tomato house.
Yeah, greenhouse, and we picked this one. Wait, and so we had to show you it.
I'm impressed.
And the camera.
I'm impressed. It's a what kind of tomato is that?
I actually asked this. It's just a tomato.
Just a tomato.
Yeah.
So they're my pride tomatoes. It's a beefsteak variety.
Okay.
We have 2 greenhouses that are actually just set aside for growing tomatoes for us to sell early before our field tomatoes are ready. There are 600 plants in the tomato house that you went into, and there's about 250, I think, in the other house as well. So those tomatoes were planted from about an inch. They were an inch tall, about February 20.
Wow.
And now you saw how much of a jungle it is in there.
Yeah.
They're all strung up and clipped up, so they
the
they don't lay
clipping.
down. And the
That's a
guys go in
big-
there and
yeah.
they prune them and they clip them every so often. So that
It's like 2 strands of wire that stand up, and then they clip the plants upwards, so
Yep.
it doesn't. I'm assuming.
yeah,
so they don't
so
fall
they don't
over.
fall
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
onto each other. So yeah,
Rachel, are you the official vegetable person here?
I'm not.
No?
Well, no, Kyle. We should really get one of these years. We're gonna get Kyle on the radio. Kyle is the guy that's in charge of everything out in the field when it comes to picking produce, from planting to picking to selling. Yeah.
So when it comes to the tomatoes, though, can people buy the tomatoes? Can you buy the plants? How does it work?
We have tomatoes by the plant. Yes. Yeah. We have, I don't know, probably 10 to 12 different varieties of tomatoes that they can plant in their garden. When it comes to us, what we plant out in the field, we have Romas and we have the beefsteak there, and we sell just, I don't know, thousands of pounds every year.
Go ahead, Ashley.
But it's not only tomatoes now. You're also starting with peppers, correct?
We have, yes. Yeah, so we started something new this year. We thought, well, we're doing a pretty good job growing tomatoes in a greenhouse. Let's try peppers. So we're going to try doing that. We also have some cucumber plants started. We're not sure how that's going to go, and some sugar snap peas. But Laura and I figure the sugar snap peas are just for us to snack on. So But we're the taste testers, I guess you could say.
Quality control.
Yeah, we're quality control. We want to make sure we're not poisoning anybody.
You make sure they're good, right?
Yeah, I mean,
make
I'm
sure.
sure they're going to be great. But yeah, we got some beautiful hanging baskets going out the door right now.
Which
Look at those.
It's that time of year, and I'll tell you this: the hanging baskets. I have had multiple from Hoekstra's, and they will last all. They'll still there in the fall.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how they work.
Do you need me to pick something out for Mom here, Wade?
It's kind of been a tradition, hasn't it?
It has. How have I been doing the last couple of years?
Fantastic, mom and grandma.
Yes.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't know what to buy, and they ask me all these questions, and then I'm like, I think I know.
What about the wife?
Well, yeah, no, the wife.
Yeah, we take care of her too. Yeah. We don't want to forget, but
No, we always take care of everybody.
Yeah.
Ashley. So, so when it comes to like tomatoes and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
when can you mentioned you have the greenhouse you start in February.
Yes.
And if I just have a house somewhere here in a garden, I don't have a greenhouse. When can I start planting that stuff?
how safe do you want to be?
Well,
We've had some really cold nights lately. We've been bringing stuff in. We got a frost cloth, so we've been covering all our perennials have been being covered. We just don't want to risk it with getting anything, lost to the frost. So we have been taking the extra time to cover things up. A lot of people say Memorial Day. They
Memorial
won't
Day
put
weekend?
anything in. But yeah, that would be, if you want us to take care of it for another couple weeks, that's okay.
that's the sooner you put it in the ground, and then the tomatoes will come sooner.
But we do have a guarantee. I've learned this from Sherry years ago. If you plant your garden and everything freeze, we have a guarantee that you come back and buy more.
Okay, that's
Okay,
perfect.
So
Come
that
back
was
and
her.
buy more.
Come back and buy more. That's straight from Sherry there. So
What does the frost cloth do? Like, how does it protect the plants?
it's like you're putting your sheets. In the fall, if you want to protect your flowers, couple more weeks or whatever, you cover it with blankets or with sheets or whatever. It is a great big giant sheet, is what it is, and it protects it down to I think 28 degrees.
What do you guys consider like a hard freeze? 'Cause sometimes you hear hard freeze. If it gets down to like 33, 34, are your plants, depending on what kind of plant it is?
Depending on the plant. So like some of the perennials will be okay with that. Some of our more tender, like the petunias and whatnot.
Ashley, what's the difference between a perennial and an annual?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. All right.
These are questions I used to have to ask.
For the people in the back here, the perennials come back every year. Annuals are just for this year.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We're talking. We have peonies at our house, and they're like almost 2 feet. They're like unbelievable how fast those.
That's
things
a perennial.
Yes, that is a perennial. Yeah, but how fast those things come back.
Yes.
Do you have tulips here at all?
We don't.
No
No,
tulips
we
on
don't do
site?
any
Yeah.
sort of bulbs,
Yeah.
and tulips are a bulb. So you have to go somewhere else for those.
So see, that's what we're here. We're learning.
We are.
We're learning here at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse on Hometown Today. 95.3 WBEV. So on Saturday, what are the hours for people to come and pick out flowers and make flowers?
On Saturday, we're open from 9 to 5, 8 to 5. Sorry.
Okay.
The kids can come from 9 to 5 to plant a flower, and it's free for them. And they can come pick out some gifts for their moms, grandmas, aunts, whoever they think is special in their life. And it's a great day that we have door prizes and refreshments, and we'll have experienced staff here to help you pick out that perfect Mother's Day gift.
I want to add too that people a lot want to have matching hanging baskets for their own houses. Usually after Mother's Day weekend, that gets very difficult to find two alike. So if you are the kind of person that wants everything to match and you need more than two, you should definitely come out this weekend, because if you wait until next week or the week after, it's going to be very difficult for us to find two of a pair.
It's amazing though how when people come out and you watch some of the Ashley, you'll be amazed at this when you see people come out with the carts.
Yep.
And how much stuff that a single person can buy at one time here. It's unbelievable, because you find everything you need for the year when it comes to doing your stuff. If you have annuals, you will. Me sounded intelligent here. Did you like that?
Yeah.
They replace them.
We have lots of annuals. We have bedding plants, lots of stuff in 4-inch pots, 6-inch pots. Yeah.
And then you mentioned the the hanging plants, for example, the one we're looking at. What am I looking at right to our right? The hanging basket.
Yeah.
It says sun on it. What do you think that
It
means?
does.
actually?
So we have, I think we kind of specialize, I would say. You can't get them everywhere. We have sun combos and shade combo baskets. We design them ourselves. It's not like we're getting the plugs. You can get put together plugs that, they're just put in there. We actually design these. We have, I don't know how many different combinations. We do that with our geranium combos too. So here we have some verbena and some mini vista petunias and some super bell petunias in that one there. Some purple, yellow, and orange all together. And there we have verbena, some super bells, and some alyssum.
So people are watching on Daily Dodge TV right now. They can get a look at what we're talking about.
Yep.
And I know we got to take a break here. I think Ashley coming up, but when we come back, I want to ask at least at some point some questions on if I do have a place where I'm planting flowers, how you go about mixing and matching so things look right, and maybe if there's certain flowers that look good together, color schemes that look good together. Ashley, are you an expert on that?
No.
That's why I'm glad we have Laura and Rachel here.
Yes.
We have a lot of people that will come in and say, I have this, this big of a pot, or I have this big of an area. What can I do? So we have several people here that can help you design that.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break, but then we'll be back on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge, and we are out here at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse on County Road A, and I'm out looking, and I see some wild ramps that I thought were green onions when I first walked in.
Same thing.
Right? So what are the wild ramps?
Well, that's a good question. We had to Google it. To be honest, we got them from another grower who said, hey, you have to sell these. They will fly off your counter. And we were like, well, what is it? So we Googled it and we tasted them. We feel like it's an onion with a hint of garlic. So
Okay.
you can eat the whole thing. You know, there's green on the end and then like a little bulb. You can the whole thing is edible. So you can chop them up, throw them in your stir fry, whatever.
Oh, so where are those normally? Can I grow those in my garden too, or is it where? I've
In
never
the
heard-
woods, they're wild.
Oh,
They're wild.
So I can't just. Can I plant some in my yard though, or no?
I don't think so.
Did you pick the asparagus off the side of the road and let it sit up there?
Yeah,
too?
no. We
Okay.
actually have a very big asparagus patch. So right now we have asparagus, which is homegrown. We have the wild ramps, and we have some rhubarb, which is actually from a coworker, Vicky, which you'll hear from later. That's from her patch. And then we have some hydroponic tomatoes, which come from one of our friends up in Fond du Lac. He grows them hydroponically, and that means they're grown in water, Wade.
Okay,
Hydro is
Hydro
water.
is
Okay.
water.
So we do have those in. They're really good tomato. And then we also have our lettuce bowls, which we've actually been nibbling off. We need a little lettuce for our sandwiches at lunch. We'll just, take a little off the lettuce bowl there.
You're eating the peas. You're taking the lettuce.
Hey, we work hard. We get hungry.
There are two things in my life that things you didn't like when you were kids. One of them was blue cheese.
Okay.
And I've learned to like that now. And the other one's asparagus.
Oh, asparagus is
asparagus.
so
I couldn't stand
good.
asparagus as a kid. Now I
So
love
good.
Really?
it. Yeah.
I bake it in the oven.
See,
Put a little butter and seasoning salt. That's perfect.
Lemon?
That's good.
Do you ever put
No.
lemon on it? Okay, lemon and Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, what I like my asparagus in the air. I don't like my asparagus soft and soggy.
No.
I like it crunchy like bacon. So I put it. I put it in the air fryer, and then you end up throwing it with some chicken and like you said cheese, and it's like unbelievable.
So good.
It's a cooking show now
And it's
too.
the
right?
best. It's the best when it's fresh and it's.
Is it true that you can? I always thought you couldn't eat rhubarb like uncooked. Is
I
it
had
true?
a person come in yesterday, and it was a kid, and they had tried it at school, and they ate it. Raw.
Yeah.
They
So you
liked it.
can eat it raw.
Yeah.
Well, we prefer ours with,
Yeah.
in like
In
a
a
rhubarb
dessert.
cake or
Yeah.
rhubarb crisp. Usually Sherry brought us a rhubarb crisp, and Vicky brought us a rhubarb tort the same day. They didn't know that they were both baking that day, so we ate well. Yeah.
At what point? I don't know. On average, when are you fully stocked vegetables here?
In July.
Okay.
June we'll get our own. We'll have our own tomatoes from the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple weeks. I don't think they're really starting to turn yet. They're pretty green, but they got good size on them. They're a handful.
They are.
They're a good handful already. They'll start turning pretty soon here. We'll have peas. They're already shelled. We'll have peas. The middle of June is usually when that starts. We usually get some sweet corn in from down south before ours is
Sure.
ready. We try to get that in by the end of June as well.
Talking with Laura Boss and Rachel Hoffman from Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse, County Road A in Fox Lake. There is construction in Fox Lake, but they have the road open to Hoekstra's just for you. 9 till 6 Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 till 5. Big Mother's Day celebration. You need to come out tomorrow. There's lots of great stuff going on tomorrow, and you can see some stuff and great opportunities. But Saturday, bring the kids out. Every child that you have on Saturday, right,
Yes.
Laura, can come and get themselves a flower for mom or for grandma, whatever lovely woman is in their life.
Yes. However many kids you have, just bring them out, and they can all plant one for free.
It's that simple. Did you ever get to make flowers for mom in your day, Ashley?
I don't know if I did. I think I might have just been. Yeah, I don't think I ever did.
What do you got for your mom this weekend?
Ironically enough, plants.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the only one that's gonna take care of today again.
We'll see what we can do, Wade.
We'll see what happens there, but it's a fun time here, and I want to ask you about planting a flower, but I don't know if we have enough time here now. So is that something that is Vicky qualified to answer that question too, or not?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Vicky is
Vicky's
qualified.
giving me the look like.
Vicky is more qualified than anybody on anything.
No,
She's our perennial expert.
Yeah, she's our perennial queen.
We always say in my former life, Ashley, I did a show every Saturday morning with Vicky on telling me how to plant
Yep.
flowers and make sure I didn't have weeds everywhere.
Yeah, we love Vicky. She's added a lot of knowledge to our perennial department. I think she's been here 5 years. So
What do
yeah,
we
we
have,
absolutely
what do we
love
have
Vicky.
coming through the checkout right now? What is this?
Oh, we got some deco pots. Do they
I see a
match there,
match.
Steve? They do. They match. They're in some pretty blue pots. They got some
Salvia?
misty salvia in there. They got some geraniums and some petunias and some verbena. And Sherry's pointing at herself, and she said, "I designed that." Yep.
She helped them pick them all
yep.
out.
Oh, and she helped the customers pick them out. So yeah, we always have somebody around to help you pick out
She's
that
the
perfect
Hoekstra
flower. Yes. She's the Hoekstra greeter.
Can you see though somebody that's coming in there just so overwhelmed and not know what they want to get when you can
We
kinda
see
help?
it all the time. Especially men, it seems like right now we'll see them looking up into the basket lines, and we know right away they're looking for that perfect gift and they don't know where to start. So we love to help them fill their carts.
All right, awesome. Well, we are going to take a quick break for the news, but when we come back, we'll be talking more Hoekstras. That's next on Hometown Today. Thank you so much, Wally. And yes, we are out here at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse. And they have a very exciting weekend for Mother's Day tomorrow and Saturday. Make sure you get out here for Mother's Day. You can plant a flower for free for mom. And now we are joined by Steve Hoekstra and Vicky Yankee, oh my gosh, I'm going to say the word wrong. What is it, Wade?
The perennial queen.
Perennial queen. So, Vicky, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the perennials?
Yeah, my name is Vicki, and I've been with Hoekstra's. This is my 5th year, and I specialize in perennials, and so they kind of hand off all those customers to me with all the detailed questions. And so we also have lots of annuals, and the fun part too that we also offer is we kind of have a little fruit category, fruits and veggies. So we carry asparagus plants, rhubarb, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, and we have new this year blueberry plants.
We're going to ask Ashley how much she was listening last segment. What is a perennial again, Ashley?
They come back every year,
Correct.
So
not just once.
What would an example be of a perennial?
Okay, my favorite's the Hoekstra or the corabels.
Do I know what that is?
They're more known for their foliage than their flowers, so they
Okay.
come in a variety of different colors. They come in burgundy. They come in like oranges and peach tones. We even have a lime marmalade, so it's a bright, like a chartreusey yellow green color to it.
Now, what's the difference between planting those and like planting a bulb? Because you guys don't do bulb, right?
We don't do bulbs. So bulbs is gonna be, you're gonna plant them in the fall, and they come up in the spring usually.
Okay.
And perennials have a fibrous root structure commonly.
Okay.
So it's a whole different root structure.
So like a typical perennial, how far does their root structure, does it go down? Does it go out? Like say like one of your favorites. How far, like how do the root structures actually work?
Well, for trees,
Yeah.
root structures
Yes.
go 1.5 times the width of the
Yes.
canopy. So if your tree is 40 feet wide at maturity, it goes out 60 feet. And so perennials, they're at least the width of the space of the plant. So if it's an 18-inch plant, usually your roots are around that
So
size.
when I get a perennial, then with knowing how the root structure goes out, what do I need to know about like spacing and how do you go about making sure you plant the perennial somewhere where it can stay healthy and live a long, happy life?
First of all, you got to make sure is it sun or shade.
These are
Because that's
questions
going to
that are
be
hard.
making a big difference whether it's going to flower or even have a healthy foliage system. If you plant hostas in the sun, more than likely they'll look amazing this time of year, but then come about July, they're going to get burned up and brown, where hostas like more the shade. And some can tolerate both conditions. So
My parents have a ton of hostas, but the problem is that we have a dog that likes to trample the hostas.
Okay.
But my mom is doing her best of trying to keep him off of them because they look great. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, like, so you got to just know what your conditions are, how many hours of sun you get per day in each location to properly pick out the perennials.
One of the greatest things in my green thumb life was that when we moved into our new house, we transplanted some hostas. My mother-in-law told me how far apart they had to be. I think I nailed it because we're like 10 years in and they still look like they're perfectly they grow just to the right amount of space between them. It's like unbelievable.
Yes.
So
And that's what creates a healthy plant is giving them enough space to grow and not putting them too tight.
So when it comes to perennials, if people like to mix and match? Are there like perennials that work well together, or how do you go about when I'm designing a space, say, and I'm here at Hoekstra's and I see all these different options that we have for things I can put in the ground? How do we decide what to get and what looks good together? Are there perennials that work better maybe than others together?
You want to first of all time different
Okay.
blooming periods. So some bloom only in May, some bloom only in June to July, some bloom from June all the way until it freezes. Like coreopsis is one of my favorites, and that will start blooming in June, and until the ground freezes hard, you're going to have flowers. So you got to look at that type of pattern. And also I like to incorporate a lot of texture. I brought up the corabels. Grasses are definitely a unique way to bring in texture with a finer foliage. And also texture of the leaves in general. You can have a lot of green leaves. There's several different types of greens in the color scheme of plants. So you can do a silvery green and you can do a dark green.
Now,
There's
do you
different-
want them all to bloom at the same time, or do you want them to differentiate?
It's always nice to have them bloom throughout. different seasons. Another fun plant that blooms more in the fall, which a lot of people are familiar with, which are asters and mums, so chrysanthemums. We do have some of them to plant in your garden, so if you want to get them in the ground now, come August, September, October, you'll have just a mass of color.
We're talking with Vicki Yonke. Steve is also here from Hoekstra's on campus today, on the road, Ashley. This is your first visit to Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse, isn't it?
It is.
So when you got the tour, what did you, besides picking the tomato, what did you see out here?
I saw what Sherry called it, like the money or the color shot or something with all the plants in the greenhouse 6, I think it is. I forgot what she called it, but just all like an arrangement of color.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Oh.
Sherry's just a random person now. She is right. She probably was making it up. Is that what it is now since she's retired?
Oh, yes.
I'm getting the look for she's taking the cookies away from me. Never. Vicki, how many different styles of perennials do we have on campus here at Hoekstra's?
We carry around 2,000 different perennials, or 2,000
2,000
perennials,
Yes.
and then there's a large variety of different options or genuses out there.
Do you ever go through and like find are there new varieties that show up of perennials, or is everything kind of out of the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there ever like new stuff when it comes to just perennials in general that maybe come to the region?
Yes, there's new hybrids every year, so sometimes there's different varieties that we'll try that we haven't tried in the past. We'll also take customer suggestions. We, if you don't follow our Facebook page, this spring we asked, hey, any different perennials you're looking for? So we took some of those suggestions and ordered them in for customers. So we try to really work hard on customer service around here.
So if there's something maybe you don't see at Hoekstra's and you ask, maybe it could be something that could end up being on the schedule somewhere down the line.
Correct.
Do you guys do any hybriding like here yourself? No, no, you're not. Like, I don't even know how that works. how does that even work, Vicki?
Pollination process.
Okay, is that like you need bees or you need like how do you?
Q-tips.
Q-tips. Okay.
If you want to make a new hybrid, you actually use Q-tips in secure locations and do cross-pollinations.
And then try to see if it works. And
See if it works.
And then you get what you get.
get
It's
what
like
you get.
Frankenstein. But it is kind of cool, though, if you see any new hybrids that come out, probably like, oh, this kind of looks cool.
Yeah, there's definitely, it's always fun looking through the catalog of perennials. And there's also nationwide options out there, like the perennial plant of the year, for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So every year there's a new perennial announced.
We're at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse getting ready for their big Mother's Day celebration. Against what happens Saturday, we know, so we've talked about, Steve's here, so we talk about Sunday, or I should say Saturday, come plant a flower with your child and have it for mom. Friday, what's going on Friday as well?
Friday we'll be here. We got great staff. We got door prizes and just something for everybody. Saturday's a big day when the kids can plant their flowers for the mom. We got the tent set up, so looks like the weather's going to cooperate this year. So it's more for shade maybe this year than for shelter. But yeah, just a nice area where the kids can go and do that, and the parents can go shop.
What's the record you've had? Do you have a head count of most flowers you've ever done for a Mother's Day for the kids? The free number, is that a Sherry question?
That's a Courtney question.
Courtney question? Because, I mean, it's amazing.
I want to say about 500 was,
Yeah.
was the top that we've had for kids come through in a year.
It's awesome seeing 500 kids out here, with the smiles on their face.
Yeah.
And you bring it home.
Right? Yeah, it's something Mom started years ago, and we fully intend on continuing that on. So
We never got to the loyalty. Why don't we take a break and then talk about the loyalty program?
Sounds good. We'll be right back on Hometown Today. We are out at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse. That'll be next on Hometown Today.
switched it up. Little gnome now.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And we are out at Hoekstra's Market on County Road A in Fox Lake. And don't forget to come here this Friday and Saturday for their big Mother's Day event. They have a lot of exciting things, and you can plant a flower for free for Mom. We are now joined by Rachel and Laura. And as we walk in, we keep seeing loyalty program signs. Can you two talk a little bit about that and how you get involved?
So when Steve and I kind of took over, we decided we wanted to start this loyalty program. So for every $150 you spend, you get $5 off your next purchase. All we need is your phone number, and we also have QR codes around that they can sign up before they get to the register. So it's just a little way to give back.
Which is awesome. You see repeat customers here all the time. You get to know the faces every year, and you probably know. I would say, bet people like this time of year, you always know when certain people are showing up. You know, because they like to plant their stuff at the same time every year.
A lot of people like to beat the rush. They like to get their plants before Mother's Day weekend so that they can get the best selection. So we see a lot of familiar faces.
What is the peak season when it comes to you mentioned getting through the Memorial Day weekend, people are planting, but how far out are do you typically see it being busy with plants and things like that? It goes all the way through the fall. I mean, you'll probably go to a different kind of flower after that, or
Yeah, so
later in the
we hope to have the greenhouses pretty much empty by the 4th of July. That's our goal. Ideally, we would love for the 15th of June to be empty. We also grow mums in the fall, hardy mums. So if you plant them, sooner you plant them, the better chance you have them coming back, like a perennial.
Okay.
Wade.
Yeah.
Like a perennial. Those are the ones that come back. So we grow about 6,000 mums. So that's a big thing in the fall for us.
What makes a mum what makes that a fall plant? Because
it blooms in the fall.
Why, here's my question: Why no? why does a mum bloom in the fall?
Good question.
Vicky,
That's how God wanted it.
So
that's the way they're genetically made. That's the way God made them.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So,
Yeah.
But okay, my question. Say if we're doing when Steve and Laura decide to expand to Texas or Florida or something like that, and so then how do perennials know that it's the season to be a perennial?
So they all have different zones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we only plant the ones that are for our zone.
Okay.
Yeah. We only sell for our zone.
Yeah.
But if somebody is down south, are there planted just are there all the time and that don't have to go through their dormant stage and they're just always there?
Good question. We don't live in the
Oh,
we don't live in
no.
the south.
Correct. So when we go on vacation, we see, if we're down south in Florida or wherever you go, you see them in the middle of winter with petunias or marigolds, and it's that would be so nice.
Yeah, so if I want to plant the mum in February, how's it going to know it's not November? Or it's October?
I guess I don't know. The mums, they will be dormant, but they flower in the fall, which makes them a fall flower.
Excellent.
Good fall flower.
Today is a perfect day to come on out this afternoon and get your matching baskets and such for your front porch, hang it up. Now, even if I have a hanging flower and we do get a little chilly, you just cover that up at night too, same like you do if you have something on the ground?
Yeah, you should just take your baskets in or your pots in.
Okay, those are easier, yeah.
Yeah, and if you have ones that are already planted, you can cover them up with a blanket just to protect them a little bit from the frost. So,
is it good enough to take them into the garage? Or do I need to take them in the house and snuggle up with them?
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Wade.
Okay.
you can always come back and buy more, Wade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you said. So you're telling they're probably telling me to just leave them out. Just leave them out all night. Yours will be fine.
No,
everybody else take them in.
We've put a lot of work into these plants, and we'd hate to see them, die.
Yeah, no, you don't want to.
Even at your house, we would love to see them do well at your house.
No, well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
You've always done us right when we
Yes.
picked out flowers and such.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have any hanging baskets?
Only the ones from Hoekstra's that we get every year for Mother's Day.
Oh, really?
Yes. Last year, though, I believe I did not get my mom got a hanging basket, but I believe that last year I had a big yellow pot
Yes,
up
that's
until-
right.
Because we put it on.
I remember that.
We ended up putting it. I answered a couple questions wrong about the front of our house.
Okay.
So the pot went on the back deck, I think most, which
Okay.
looked great
Okay.
because we had a perfect spot for it back there.
All right. So after we're done talking,
Yeah.
then I'll have to go out there and find something for you, right?
We'll have to. I had a little more shade in my front yard than I thought I had.
Okay. Well, we have something for shade too.
Okay, we'll have to figure
We'll be
that out.
good.
What your front of the house looked like.
Well, it's fine.
I mean, it still worked, I bet.
No, it was great. No, they've never done me wrong at Hoekstra's. And I'll just say that if you're a guy like me and you have kids and you want to get the perfect flower for anybody out there, they'll help you out. Or if you, like we mentioned, your yard, if you just want one for yourself, and if you're not necessarily a dullard guy like me, you will come and they'll help you out. You'll get what you need for your yard and your landscaping and your hanging area, and it'll be perfect.
So one thing I want to add here.
Yeah.
So some people will bring their pots for us.
Sure.
And we will gladly help you figure out what to plant, and we will actually plant them for you.
Wow.
Okay. We also have some people that will drop their pots off, and they'll tell us what they want in them, and we'll call them when they're ready, and they come back and pick them up. So we do that for people. If they don't want to mess with the dirt at home, we can do it here for them.
So if
Leave
you-
the mess here.
You can fill up your yellow pot
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
have.
you can fill your yellow pot back up here. Wade, did you bring it today?
I did not bring my
Oh,
yellow
come
pot
on.
today. But then that's the case. Maybe you have a special flower pot that maybe has some special meaning. If you
Right,
can
exactly.
Replenish it every year.
Yep. And yesterday, a gentleman came in. I think Sherry was actually talking about him earlier. He had this great big planter, and what we did is we took a 12-inch hanging basket, and I just transplanted it into it. So it was instantly beautiful.
Awesome stuff. Thanks
Yeah.
for the cookies, by the way.
Yeah, there's a couple left here, Wade.
Don't you finish them by
You
by
know,
10:30?
You can just take them with you.
yeah, you can take them
I
one.
literally could
It's going to
finish
be your
those.
second lunch.
It's 2
First
o'clock,
and-
second
yeah.
lunch.
It's 10 and 2.
We're at
Yeah,
Hoekstra's right there. Hoekstra's Market. Every 4 hours, I need to eat. Every 4 hours.
What was today's breakfast, McDonald's?
It was a sausage McMuffin with egg and a large melon. Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse on County Road A. If you're coming from Fox Lake, you just turn on A to the right side. There's construction, but you can get through it. It's open. There are plenty of signs that say we are open to Hoekstra's, so don't be confused. You can go through and turn right and learn more about the great stuff on your Facebook page about Mother's Day. And because tomorrow and Saturday is the big day, bring the kids out to get a flower for that special woman in their life.
Yes.
It's our big annual Mother's Day celebration. We'll have door prizes, refreshments, experienced staff here, and don't forget your kids. Everybody loves to see the kids, and they can plant a flower and dig in the dirt for a while you look for something for yourself or your mom.
That is 100% correct here. And Hoekstra's also has a great Facebook page as well, right?
We do have a great Facebook page.
You can check that
Thank
out.
you.
You're updating. Is that yours?
Laura and I are both kind of it's been me before, and
Uh-huh.
now Laura's got access to that. So if I'm not around or if Laura takes some pictures, she'll put them on. Otherwise, I do. So we're trying to be a little bit more creative with doing some reels and stuff. So
We try.
yeah, we're trying. We're not professional by any means, but we try.
Ashley's a social media.
So
I was
maybe
gonna say
we need
wizard,
to,
but I don't
we
know
maybe
what
need to pick her brain a little bit.
You can also go to hoekstrasmarketandgreenhouse.com.
That's
That's
right.
the website. Spell
Yep.
Hoekstra's for us.
HOEKSTRA.
Did that with a
S.
S. Look at that.
Hoekstra's.
Great
with an S.
job.
Laura, did it take you a while to learn how to spell that as a kid?
No. No, I was pretty bright. No.
She's a Dobrozinski, so she
Yeah.
just learned. She learned her sophomore year at Carroll University.
Okay. Yes.
My
Spell
kids
her-
have it pretty easy now with boss.
Yeah.
I always tell my husband he made me the boss when we got married.
And-
but now I
and-
am a real boss. So
And you leave the one S off for savings
right.
at Hoekstra's. Can you say that?
She's a good boss, and I'm not just saying that to
you're
brown nose a
buttering.
little bit, but she is. We've been friends for many years. She's the boss.
So what Sherry was giving you a look when you said she's the best boss ever.
No, I didn't. I don't think I said the best boss ever. I said she's a
Oh.
great boss, but no. I've known Laura since we were kids, so yeah, it's great to have her be my boss now.
Do you like her so much that you want to maybe pot a flower for her on Saturday with all the kids?
I would maybe even do that.
Sometimes I have to ask Rachel a question because she knows more than I do about everything.
Well, we got to take a quick break. We're out at Hoekstra's Market on County Road A talking about their Mother's Day celebration this weekend. But we'll be right back on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV. We are out here at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse off of County Road A. There is some construction on Highway 33, but you are able to get here very easily. And we are talking about their Mother's Day celebration this Friday and Saturday. And Sherry took me around the area, and I got to see all the statues out there. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so we have been getting some cement statuary from a company based out of Ohio. It is the best that we could find. We always want good quality here at Hoekstra's. We have found that this holds up very well. Ninja just said he has his baby Yoda from last year that he got, so he displays that proudly, I'm sure. In his office, he says. We have memorial benches, memorial plaques, for those that have lost loved ones that want to have a little garden or something to remember their loved one. We have bird baths. We have angels and cows, Highland cows, which apparently are a big thing right now. When we ordered them, we thought, 6 will be enough. We sold out already. And we have, I think, 2 more ordered for next year. We only get the statuary once a year. So if there's something that you can't find, we have a book that you can look through, and we will order it for you for next year.
What makes these Highland cows so Ashley? What are you laughing at?
You just sneezing.
Oh, I do. I forget we're on the video. I should have went under the table, But we're on Daily Dodge TV, by the way, in Hoekstra's. So with the Highland cows, what do we have any, or they're all gone?
No, they're gone.
Yeah,
They are gone. They were actually sold before we opened for the year. I made the mistake of putting them out on Facebook, and they were snatched up instantly. So
how big are we talking?
We had 2 different sizes. One was maybe like this, and one was a little bigger.
Okay.
So I want to say maybe 15 to 18 inches.
So they're not
something
full
like
size
that.
Holsteins.
Oh no! These
couldn't
were
lift
cute
that.
little ones. The ones, yeah, they're cute little Highland cows. Yeah, so everybody wants one, I guess.
But you do have a wide variety of different types of things. Whether they're the yard gnome, we're looking at a yard gnome right now.
Yes,
which,
we are.
Those just add unique flavor. It's pretty heavy too. That thing's
Yep,
not tipping
we
over
got-
in your yard.
We got the patriotic gnome right now. It's a little gnome. He's hanging onto a little flag. We also have one that says no peeing in the pool.
Really?
Yeah, so if you have a pool at home and you're sick of your pool guests, muddying the waters, you get that little no peeing in the pool gnome.
I've asked you for the peeing. Have you ever had the peeing boy water fountain here forever? Never gotten it.
we do not have one of those.
That's my dream in life, is to someday somewhere to have the cherub that's peeing into like the bird bath.
Yeah,
You know,
we don't have one
Everybody's
for
gotta have
you.
a dream.
I know
Yeah.
it is. My life will be complete. But we mentioned though, there's just a wide variety, all different sizes and shapes, whatever you may have.
Yeah, dogs are a big thing.
Okay.
Lots of different breeds of dogs, different sizes of statues. If they had little Fido, died or whatever, and they want to remember him with a little statue over his grave. We have people that do that or whatever.
You could get a little Clark.
I don't need a little. I got one Clark's enough.
These are a lot easier to clean up after.
Yes. So I love it if my dog though would pee in the garden though, because my dog likes to still pee in the house.
No, you don't. Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just saying, anywhere outside.
Yeah.
You don't want him to pee in the garden though?
No, so I noticed out front, I have 5 bushes in front of my house,
Okay.
and that's where my dog likes to pee in the morning. And I did notice that they are all dead. So I'm going to have to do some landscaping this year. And I think I blame him, I guess.
We're at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse tomorrow. It kicks off their big Mother's Day weekend, and then Saturday you can bring the kids out to plant a flower. Will you shop for all of your flowers? We talked briefly about the birdhouses in here. Can people come into the main building, I guess you can say, when it comes to like the retail building? Is that a good? What do you guys call this building?
We call it the market.
The market. There are so many unique items in here. We mentioned, you said the birdhouse. The mayor of Fox Lake makes the birdhouses. Did I listen right there?
Yep. So he brings it. He does it in the winter time and his off time, whatever, and brings them in here and we sell them for him.
But they're unique birdhouses. Like I see a couple of them are like shovels. Ashley, what else do you see over there?
I see one's like a triangle. Oh, sorry.
This is radio.
Do you
Use the
see-
microphone.
Do you see the one over there with the triangle, and then it's like pointed down.
No, they're unique birdhouses. You're probably not going to find many other places when
Yeah.
it gets made.
No, it's all custom. He makes it all, he's just very creative like that.
No, it is. So you can check those things out. And he said what started the umbrellas hanging from the roof, from the ceiling here?
So Sherry and her good friend Diane found these at a store that was going out of business. They were having a going out of business sale. And we've had these up several years. I would say maybe 8 to 10 years. Probably Sherry's nodding her head yes. They're not for sale, but they are a good conversation piece. They add a little color to the market. And we get a lot of comments on them.
Has anybody ever asked if we could put flowers in the umbrellas?
No, we have not had that.
Ceiling?
Usually when I take them down in the fall to clean them up and I vacuum the flies and whatnot, usually there's some change up there. I think sometimes one of Steve's boys, which I won't name, he has fun and he just throws random things up in there and then I find them. So, that change goes in my pocket.
You mentioned the garden gifts. How do you go about deciding what is a good fit for Hoekstras when it comes to like the garden gifts and the things I'm seeing in here?
You mean like what we want to sell in here?
Yeah, how do you decide what is a good fit for what you do here?
Like Steve said, Tom Benark from Fox Lake, mayor of Fox Lake, he just has a great eye for putting things together. You see the pitchforks with the birdhouses on top. So he's just really creative. He does a really good job filling in that corner there. We'll find some stuff at random stores and stuff too that we thought, this will look kind of cute. We can maybe plant a flower in there. And Sherry is our trinket queen. Trinkets, we call them, the little stuff that we find at garage sales or anything that we thought, we can put a flower in there. So she likes to do that.
I'm going to go back to the peeing in the yard with the dogs. Now, I've had that happen in my parents' house multiple times, and my dad always uses like different type of fertilizer to try to fix it. I know you guys have a bunch of different fertilizers here.
We do. I'm going to let Steve talk about that.
So actually we are started to sell this Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer.
Okay.
It was actually something that I first had saw online and at Sharky's greenhouse up in Crivets, and they have been promoting this product, and it's actually gained a lot of traffic. People are getting excited about it, so we are carrying it this year. We're selling their fertilizer.
What do you like so much about it?
Honestly, I haven't used it in the greenhouse yet because we just got it in not that long ago. But I just think it's a great, just a great all-purpose fertilizer for you at home.
What do you need to know? What should someone need to know, whether they're an experienced gardener or they're just coming and trying to find something to hang in front of their front porch when it comes to fertilizing? What do you need to do to make sure those plants do live the life that they're supposed to live?
Yeah, so usually just like a general purpose fertilizer. If you did that every couple weeks is usually good. The biggest thing is if the people do it. Like a lot of times they have good intentions of fertilizing, but they never do, right? And that's when you see plants start to struggle, turn yellow or whatever.
So like I know when you come here, I believe when I bought like planters that you give me some sort of a packet or something.
So there's fertilizer pellets. We put it in a basket when they leave here. It's a little time release type thing. You should still supplement with Beat Your Neighbor or some other type of fertilizer, right? But we put them in. It's just it's a good help. It can be your sole source of it if you want to, but it just you'd have to put a new one in every month.
How often do you have to do that? So every month?
Once a month, you'd have to put one of those in.
That's the question too, because sometimes you go, I don't want to. What happens if you over fertilize something? Can you damage the plant then if you put too much?
I guess you can, but anything that you're going to buy here or I guess anywhere else is going to have a mixing label. So if you over fertilize, you didn't read the directions very well.
Ashley, do you read directions?
Yes, do you, Wade?
I don't know. I like
He
to figure it out
doesn't.
myself.
He doesn't.
We're at Hoekstra's Market in Greenhouse, County Road A in Fox Lake. Rachel and Steve here as we get ready for the big Mother's Day weekend again. Friday and Saturday, there's lots of events going on. We'll revisit that here just in a couple of minutes about what people need to know. But what else should people know about Hoekstra's? I know that you guys were once again honored by as the best in Dodge County.
Yeah, so we need to be nominated to be up for voting for the Dodge County's best. So Wade, maybe we have some signs up in the green or up in the market.
Sure.
There's a QR code if you want to, when you're in here and if you're satisfied with how our plants look and your service that you got, then you can scan the QR code and you can nominate us. And I think voting is during the summer, I believe. And then we'll have something up on Facebook when voting opens. And then if you can vote for us once again, then we would really appreciate it.
So you need to be nominated by May 31st.
Yes. So we have a couple weeks here yet for somebody to nominate us.
Who wouldn't nominate Hoekstra's though, right?
I don't know.
Because you're a great family-owned business. You guys, it's one thing I love about Hoekstra's is that everybody seems to enjoy themselves here. They're having a good time.
We keep coming back
that's
every
what
day.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just a very fun atmosphere to be in. Every time I've been in here, right? You guys just have a culture. There's a great culture within everybody here. They all 100% buy in of what's going on.
We have a great team. In fact, in our group text, we call it the dream team. So we do have with Kyle and Rachel and Vicky. It's
How many people work here?
Okay, I can answer
I'll
that.
say that's a Rachel question.
So when we start planting, it's pretty much Kyle, myself, Steve, and Laura, and then Sherry helps usually a couple hours a day. We have another girl that she has left us. She lives up in Green Bay. She does a lot with the designing of the baskets and with helps out with ordering. And then she'll usually come down for a week and help us plant our big baskets. When it gets down to this time, we have 3 more guys that are out working in the greenhouse full time, and then our college girls are coming home, some of them today. So then we have, 3 to 5, something like that, more coming home from college, and then, and all the grandkids, Glenn and Sherry's grandkids help out, my kids help out, and a couple more. So.
Awesome. Well, we got to take a quick break. We are at Hoekstra's Market in Greenhouse. And we come back, we'll keep talking about the Mother's Day celebration that you can bring your kids to plant a flower for free for Mom. That's next on Hometown Today. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are out at Hoekstra's Market and Greenhouse off of County Road A in Fox Lake. Highway 33 is under construction, but you are still able to get to Hoekstra's very easily. And we are talking about their Mother's Day celebration this Friday and Saturday. Make sure you come out with the kids and plant a free flower for mom. And with the weather getting warmer and it's about to be summertime, so there's a lot of farmers markets happening.
Yes, I'm just going to tell you quick what farmers markets we go to through the week. On Tuesdays, we go to Watertown at the Riverside Park. So that's every Tuesday morning from 7 till noon. That we hope to start going to this coming Tuesday. We also go to West Bend on Saturdays. That's from 7:30 to 11. West Alice, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday afternoons from 12 to 5 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 to 5 on Saturdays. And then also Fond du Lac on Saturday mornings from 8 until noon.
That's a fun one. And Fond du Lac's pretty busy right down Main Street.
Yeah, that's the one I go to. That's the one I run. So I like it.
I don't think I've been to the Watertown.
I go in the fall with Kyle.
Okay.
We have a girl that does the summers with him, and then I go in the fall. I like Watertown as well. Nice markets.
So look for Hoekstra's on the road.
Absolutely. Yep.
One of the things we're talking about too, and Steve added some stuff here, the decor items you have as
Yes.
well. I'm a little nervous now. I don't want to bump the table.
We
'cause
don't
you have
wanna
some-
bump the
You have some
table.
plates and a really cool bird bath in front of Ashley right now.
We had an unfortunate accident last week with the wind, so we don't want to replicate that. So Steve and Laura's older sister, Lisa, started getting kind of artsy this winter, and she has been collecting some stuff from thrift stores and stuff that she buys and making garden decor out of it. It's called 517 Creations by Lisa. You can actually find her stuff. I have pictures on Facebook on our page, and she also has her own Facebook page, 517 Creations, and so you can kind of see what she has to offer there.
I always look at bird baths. Is there a nuance you need to know about bird baths, like where to put them? Do you have to change the water in them? No. I mean, because I had one sitting out. I had one that was, and I never saw any birds in it.
Were you watching for birds?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm old now.
I don't think you're that old.
Birds are entertainment.
I agree. They are entertaining. Yeah, I have a bird bath too. I can't say I've ever changed the water in
Okay,
it.
so
So maybe that's
I thought
why I
maybe
don't
was
have
doing
birds
something
in mine
wrong.
either.
I thought I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, they have the cherub peeing in it, I think.
Is that what it is? No, so but you have stuff. No, it's Father's Day. Get me a birdhouse. Get me some bird seed. And,
Yeah. Well, maybe your wife, if she's listening, will have to come back here for Father's Day,
Yes.
or your kids, and we'll help find something
we'll have
that
to
we know
figure it
Wade
out.
will like.
Someday before maybe for my 60th birthday. I didn't get it for my 50th.
Okay.
Maybe for my 60th, I'll get the cherub peeing in the bird bath.
All right.
From Hoekstra.
We'll see what we can
We'll
find.
have to have somebody order that thing for
We'll
me.
have to see if it's available.
It is. Now, again, big thing is Friday, Saturday. Saturday is the day you can plant the flowers with your kids for mom or grandma on Mother's Day. What else do people need to know about what's coming up the next couple of days, Rachel?
Hey, I mean, we have refreshments. Like you have seen here, Wade, and tasted. I gave him a plate of cookies, and they're mostly gone.
Yeah, and then
He's going to take the rest for his next
Laura noticed the
lunch.
crumbs, too.
He
I
had
left
crumbs
some.
on his sweatshirt. So we have refreshments, door prizes. Every couple hours we'll be pulling. You do not need to be present to win. We will give you a call. If you win, we have some good prizes on that, hanging baskets, some statuary, gift cards. So yeah, we've got it all.
Should be fun. I mean, and again, when you're whether it's now that you're looking at getting the hanging baskets or you're not ready to plant till Memorial Day weekend, they come out here and you have such a variety. If people have never been, you probably never. I did not expect the first day I came out here. You went into the greenhouses. You not only look down at the tables, but looking up, it's like there. I don't think there's anything like this around.
No, I mean we take pride in our work. We work hard. We have fun while we work. But yeah, we try to pay attention to the details. We try to keep everything looking nice. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not just planting it and selling it. There's a lot of work that goes into the between stage.
And the hanging plants that were there that I'm going to buy one here soon. You guys design those.
We do.
It's not like they just come on a truck and they're
Correct.
there. They're done
Correct.
right here in house.
Yep. And I think I added up how many hanging baskets we plant, and I think it's over 6,000. And that is just the few of us that are planting them all. But yeah,
How long does that take?
a few weeks.
So, but like the plant, when you look at like the one I'm looking at right in front here,
Yep.
how long would something like that take?
So
to
those
design?
those were planted end of February, beginning of March.
Okay.
End of February, those were planted.
And do I want to buy one it's already bloomed, or do you have some that are going to bloom a little bit more by the time you pick them up, or how does that work?
Most everything we have, we aim for hanging baskets to be ready for full bloom for Mother's Day weekend.
Which is this weekend.
We
Know
want
that,
we want
Ashley?
everything to be looking beautiful for Mother's Day.
Rachel, you are awesome.
Oh, thanks, Wade.
You are awesome. It's been a fun time here, hasn't it, Ashley?
Yes.
And again, information people need to know about this weekend.
Door prizes, refreshments, Friday, May 8th, Saturday, May 9th. Saturday from 9 to 5, the kids can come and plant a flower for free for Mom. There'll be a giant tent and tables set up where the kids can plant their flower. There'll be a huge selection of hanging baskets, planters, and so much more. Rachel, anything else?
And I think we covered a lot today.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
and
coming
thanks.
back again this year, guys.
Always love
Appreciate
being
it.
here. It's on my
Yeah.
calendar every year.
That's going to do it for us today on Hometown Today. We'll be back same time, different place tomorrow on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.